Are actually already underway as well. We'll provide you with some updates from what's going on there. Spain don't have to worry too much about what happens. They've already secured progression to the World Cup itself with an 8-2 record so far. Turkey also secure of a place in China. So it is a three-way battle for that final spot. Montenegro, Ukraine, and Latvia. Montenegro in pole position as it stands at the moment, or at least as it stood at the start of the day. Ukraine know they absolutely have to win their final two games to stand a chance of qualifying. For Latvia, well, their win on the final day, if that's what materialises, would potentially be enough against Montenegro, but it really does depend on results elsewhere. The safest thing for them to do would be to win the two remaining games, and that should secure their progress. It'll be a fascinating couple of hours here. Latvia with the home court advantage. Spain playing without too much pressure. Have lost their last two games on the road in qualifying, and they've selected a fairly young roster. We'll go through that shortly. Latvia without some of their key names today, although they could be back for the final game against Montenegro on Monday. It's quite a game between these two in Madrid in the reverse fixture. Latvia actually took a lead with 12 seconds to go. They weren't able to hold on. Spain won it by 3 in the end. A narrow victory for the current group leaders in Madrid. As I mentioned, they have lost their last two games on the road. Latvia come into this with a 6-4 record. This is their final home game. They've lost 2 out of 5 in Latvia. They beat Sweden, Turkey and Slovenia, losing to Ukraine and Montenegro. 2 wins will secure them a spot in the World Cup. But defeat today would not necessarily be a disaster. They have to beat Montenegro by 9 points. We'll have the national anthems now, and then the action will get underway.
Dievs svētī Latviju, mūs dārgo Teviju, svētīja Latviju, ak svētīja to, kur Latviju meitas zied, kur Latviju dēli dzied, laid mums tur laime diet, mūs Latvijā.
packed out arena to see if Latvia can get the better of Spain here and take another step towards the World Cup in China. All to play for in Group I as far as that final spot goes. Ukraine, Montenegro and Latvia battling it out over a few days. This is the final home game for the Latvians. And the refereeing team here from Italy, Greece and the Czech Republic. As we're seeing this Group I qualifier from the second round. It all comes to a close on Monday. And potentially that deciding clash between Montenegro and Latvia in Montenegro. One of Latvia's defeats here did come against the Montenegrins earlier in the qualifying campaign. But let's have a look at the roster, starting with Spain. And it is quite a young roster, as I mentioned already, average age of 25. Xavi Lopez Arostegui and Carlos Alocen haven't been involved so far in qualifying. They could feature for the first time here this evening. Kino Colom and Seba Saiz are the only two players in the roster to have featured in all 10 games so far. Colom, incidentally, was key to Spain in that 3-point victory in Madrid against Latvia. And he is part of the starting five, along with Saiz, Rizuela, Vicedo and Abade, also making up the starting five. In terms of the host, the Latvians have been pretty reliant on the 36-year-old Jānis Blums, the only player to feature in all 10 games for the hosts. They are without Darius Bertans, Yanis Strelnieks and Yanis Timmer, although all three could be available for that potentially crucial clash with Montenegro on Monday. Can they cope without those big names here this evening against the Spanish? The starting five here: Mieres, Ate, Lomash, Skella and Myers. Well, there is Jānis Blums. As I mentioned, he has featured in all 10 games for Latvia in this qualifying campaign so far. A roster with an average age of 28. Anis Večvargas, the head coach, of course. Kaspars Večvargas is included in the roster. His son, who's featured in 6 of the 10 games so far in qualifying. And there he is standing next to Jānis Blums. Sergio Scariolo, experienced Italian coach. He's been in charge of Spain since 2015. That's his second spell, of course, his first between 2009 and 2012. Plenty of success. 57-year-old Italian. It's a long history of winning trophies with the Spanish national team. And there is Anis Večvargas. Valde, part of the starting five, featuring in 4 of the 10 games so far in qualifying. It's a young Spanish side. And this member of the roster, incidentally, is Alocen, who isn't part of the starting five but could feature for the first time in qualifying, just 18 years old, wearing number 12. Mieres there, playing in his 4th qualifier. He's one of the men who's featured in every single game so far, Sebastian Saiz. So we are ready for the action here in Riga. Just to update you on what's going on elsewhere, Ukraine lead Montenegro 34-17 at the moment. That game tipping off half an hour before this one. And Latvia with the early possession here as this crucial qualifier gets underway. Latvia 6 wins and 4 defeats in qualifying so far. 2 wins would secure their spot in China, and that is a big block early on here. Spain look to take full advantage with Colom, and no joy this time for Kino Colom, who was so instrumental in that victory for Spain against Latvia earlier on in the qualifying competition. That was back in September. 18 points he scored on that night. Latvia looking to open the scoring, and they have done now. Skella with the first points. Latvia with a 2-point lead. Valde, Saiz. Now Colom looking to lay it up and in. Kino Colom off the mark, nice and early. Spain looking lively in these early exchanges. Valde draws the foul. First foul for Atis Ate. Spain looking to take the lead here for the first time, and Saiz missing the opportunity, might get another one. Does well to get the pass out to Abalde, who drains the 3. Alberto Abalde making no mistake there from distance. Nice pick out from Saiz, the assist from Saiz, and the interception, the steal. Abalde waiting for it, he might not be needed, he isn't needed. And 2 for Brizuela. Spain open up a 7-2 lead here in the first quarter. A couple of turnovers early on that have set Latvia back somewhat. Nice finish from Brizuela. The first time out called early on here in the first quarter. Spain leading 7-2. So just a reminder of how the group table stood at the start of the day. Spain and Turkey obviously already through. They don't have to worry too much about what happens over the next few days. They are involved, of course, and could play a part. Montenegro and Latvia with a 6-4 record. Ukraine with a 5-5 record. They're under the most pressure because they need to win both games. Anything less won't be enough. If Spain were to win here and Ukraine were to beat Montenegro, it would certainly make things interesting on the final day with all 3 teams with identical records. That's excellent work by the Latvians. Get some points on the board. Down by 3 as Spain look to increase their advantage. The 3-point attempt is missed. Kept alive by Saiz. Abalde. Now Colom. And floated up but missed by Vicedo. Tate. Myers. Nomash. Myers again. And couldn't quite hold the ball there, Skella. And here is Colom going it alone and drawing the foul. Already having an influence early on here, Colom. Satisfied Sergio Scariolo on the bench. Remarkable record with Spain as a coach. Multiple Eurobasket winner. Three gold medals at Eurobasket, 2009, 2011 and 2015. Bronze in the 2017 Eurobasket as well. A couple of medals at the Olympics. Silver in 2012, bronze in 2016 in Rio. The Spanish League titles as a coach as well. Italian League champion as well back in 1990. The Spanish side currently lead by 5. The ball goes against Latvia again, travelling. Skella able to release the ball here. Credit to Abalde there for sticking to him. Spain still lead by 5, 9 points to 4. And here is Kino Colom. Such an influential player for the Spanish in qualifying, and here he goes, and there's another layup. Another 2 points on the board for Colom. Skella. Myers. And foul is called. Far from ideal start here for the Latvians. That's it. Pointing back here, Spain. Abalde. Colom just a little short with that three-point attempt. Skella with the rebound. And foul. Plenty of drama in the qualifying games yesterday. Plenty more to follow over the next few days as well. Could be an awful lot riding on the last day of World Cup qualification. As Skella goes for the three and misses. The rebound is brilliantly put away by Meyeris. Put back one-handed there to cut the deficit to 5. It's Colom once more. Kicks it out to Abalde, who drains the three. Back to Abalde with his second three-pointer. Spain open up an 8-point lead. Frustrating start to the game here for Latvia. It's early days. Just over halfway through the first quarter. A couple of three-pointers for that man. His first foul there. Compared to Abalde, 2 from 2 from the field. Sergio Scariolo not quite in agreement with the referee's call. Jakovic. Skella. Chance for the three-pointer, which would have been very welcome for the Latvians there. Silin's missing it though. Regular feature of this Latvian side in qualifying Silins. Missing his attempt there. Kino Venezuela. He comes inside, draws the foul. And what? 3-point play possibility here for the Spaniards. Opening up a nice lead. Good work by Venezuela. A 10-point lead. Potentially become an 11-point advantage here. Just the kind of start that Spain would have been hoping for. Can play this game without pressure really, but having lost their last 2 games on the road, they want to put that right. Final away game of this qualifying campaign. Myers. Jakovic for 3. Not quite happening at the moment for Latvia. And Yeris unable to put back the rebound this time. Bayran unable to pick out a teammate, but they've turned it over again here, Spain. Colom, well, the pass inside to Saiz will throw it down. Another assist for Kino Colom. Seda Saiz opening his account. Jakovic. Latvia need some points on the board, and Jakovic obliges. In goes Jakovic. It is a healthy lead here for Spain in the early moments of this crucial qualifying clash. Colom again, and Saiz draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. Sebastian Saiz. There is the potential for Ukraine, Latvia and Montenegro to finish today with identical records. And that will happen if Ukraine beat Montenegro and Latvia lose here to Spain. We'll have a 6-5 record going into the final day. Ukraine go to Slovenia. Latvia go to Montenegro. Head-to-head might come into it. Here's Jakovic. Myers. There's Yanis Blums involved for the first time tonight. Went for the 3 and missed it. Foul is called. With the second foul of the game. And there's a couple of free throws here for Rodrigo San Miguel. Just the 1, and the foul is called there. It's just a little push by Jovet. Nacho Jovet. Realised for the first time in the game. Martins Meyers from the foul line. Gets the first. And 2 from 2 makes this a 10-point game here. Latvia into double digits. It's not been the greatest of starts from the hosts. San Miguel. Jovet. San Miguel once more. Gets the pass away. Arostegui draws the foul. Xavi Lopez Arostegui playing in the qualifying campaign for the first time. He's got an early opportunity to get some points on the board as well. He's been named in the roster before. Lopez Arostegui, but didn't actually feature. An opportunity for him, 21 years old. Two from two for Lopez Arostegui. A 12-point lead for Spain here, with a little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter, 22-10. A very strong start from the visiting team. Jakovic. The passes aren't quite finding their intended targets at the moment from the home side. They haven't made the best start, really. The frustration. Jens Blums. Mayers. Blums again. Spain so quick to close down. Blums goes for the three. Got the shot away in time, but missed it. And Latvia almost stole it back, and here is Lopez Arostegui. Beran. Still Adi Beran. And the three-point attempt is good from Barreiro. And Spain increased their lead. Flying to a 15-point advantage here. Jakovic. Mayers gets the pass away. Foul. Jovet penalised. Simmons will go to the line. Just about to throw this down, and Jovet came across. Prevented him from doing so. The second foul of the game. Incidentally, Ukraine up by 14 against Montenegro at half-time. Beran. Lopez Arostegui. Beran once more. Travel and called. Jakovic. Lomash doing it alone and finishing. Doubles his tally. The gap is now 11 points, 25-14. So the final 30 seconds of this first quarter as Barreiro goes for another three. He's unlucky with that one. Mayers able to claim it. And Latvia could have the final say here in this quarter. And they make the most of it. This is Yanis Blums. 6 on the shot clock. Blums may take this on himself and does, misses. And Spain go into the second quarter with an 11-point lead, 25 points to 14. It's been a good start from the visiting team. A bit of a slow start from the hosts. Haven't quite hit the ground running. They have a lot of work to do here, trying to get themselves back on track in this first half. After the end of the first quarter, it is 25-14 in Spain's favour. It's all about World Cup qualification in Riga this evening. Latvia's future in this tournament hangs in the balance. Nothing will be decided tonight necessarily. What they could do with the win, it'll give them an edge going into that final game against Montenegro, and they have to go to Montenegro and win. It has been Spain who've made the better start here. And a pretty healthy looking lead at the end of the first quarter, 25-14. It's taken Latvia a little while to hit their stride. Kolom influential early on, as you'd expect. And Spain have punished the Latvian errors. Kolom in particular looking extremely lively in the early stages. Latvia have had their moments, but perhaps not quite enough of them. So Kolom combining there, 2 players involved in every game in qualifying for Spain. Can Latvia produce in this second quarter? Get their challenge back on track. Half-time in the game between Ukraine and Montenegro. Ukraine leading 40-26. If Ukraine were to win that, and Spain do go on and win this one, and those 3 teams, Ukraine, Montenegro and Latvia, battling for that final spot, will be level on points in this group. And it'll all come down to that final day as it is thrown down for another 2 for Spain. Arteaga getting his first points of the evening. Latvia need a response, and they don't quite get one that time. Barreiro claiming the rebound. Beiran. What about the 3? Finds San Miguel, steps back, and the follow from Arteaga. Back-to-back dunks to really silence this crowd. Spain have opened up a big 15-point lead very early on in this game. Lovac goes for it. Atmosphere has certainly dampened in the last few moments. Arteaga's introduction has not helped Latvia's cause here. Big presence. And another 2 added to the tally by Lopez Arostegui. Spain have made a flying start to the second quarter here. 6 points without reply. They lead by 17. Timeout called, perhaps unsurprisingly, by Arnis Vechvargas. Latvia Need a bit of inspiration here.
Luego vais a la esquina, ¿vale? Primero dentro, no esquina. Si ves que van a cambiar, no te esquines.
Sergio Scariolo will be delighted with his team's start to this game, in particular their start to this second quarter. A couple of minutes in, they've extended their lead from 11 to 17. Still early on in the contest. Skella. Lomash. Three-point attempt. No good from him. More frustration here for the Latvians. Michał Lomash able to add to his 4-point tally. Latvia struggling to get points on the board here. Spain are taking full advantage at the moment. This is Beiran. Roberto Abalde, who's hit a couple of threes already. He's denied this time though. Good work by Skella. This Latvian crowd just needs something to get them off their seats. Skella. Ate, can he provide it? Not this time, but the opportunities just keep coming and not being taken at the moment. Still Latvia unable to add any points to the total in this second quarter, almost 3 minutes in. Beiran. Lopez Aristegui, and now San Miguel. Rodrigo San Miguel, nice bounce pass. And Arteaga on hand to finish. And he's made a big impact since coming on, Victor Arteaga. 6 points. Those second chance points from Spain in this game to help them into this 19-point lead. That wasn't enough. Spain calling upon their main man in qualifying, Quino Colom, to return to the court. Skella. Lomash. Nice pass, and this time it's a simple two from Ieris. No mistake from him. Finally, Latvia get some points on the board in this second quarter for the first time. Here's Quino Colom. Looking for Arteaga, but he was denied this time. Now Skella. And again. Lopez Aristegui. Getting across to intercept the pass here. Svech Vargas still looking frustrated on the sidelines, and you can understand why. Lomash. Spain blew a pretty big lead in the first game between these two back in September. And in the end, they did hold on for the win. They won by 3. They had led by 18 at one stage, and 12 seconds to go, they were a point down. Kolom inspired them to a win. Came up with the decisive moments in the closing stages. What can Latvia produce in the time that remains here? Long way to go still. Švagas. There's a little touch there off the Spanish hand. Švagas, the player who's come on for the first time. Ball in hand at the moment, number 20, coach's son. Balde and Victor Arteaga making a big impression in this game. 6 points apiece for them. Quino Kolom with 6 as well. Shared out the responsibility so far in the game, Spain. And it's working well for them at the moment. They're up by 17 as the timeout is called. 33 points to 16, Spain lead. Atmosphere has dipped a little bit in this game. Lively at the start. Latvia haven't quite produced what they would have hoped to produce at this stage. Might not take too much for the crowd to be inspired here. Foul has been called. Venezuela. Penalised. Švagas. Skela. Couldn't quite get it to go. It's been the story of Latvia's night so far. This is Quino Kolom. Done so much damage to so many teams in this qualifying campaign. Not least to Latvia in the reverse fixture back in September. This is Beiran, goes for the 3 and misses it. And now Skela for Latvia. Going to go all the way on his own. Couldn't get it to go. Now Kolom once more. Latvia moving quickly but unable to take full advantage. Balde missing his 3-point attempt. He had made his previous 2. You need some composure here. Skela. Švagas. Foul is called. Arteaga penalised. Latvia give it away again. And despite the stumble there from Brizuela, Spain are able to retain possession. Just a little bit careless from the hosts, and Spain are punishing them. Here's Saiz. Colom puts up the 2, misses. And once again, Latvia just giving possession away. They are lacking composure at the moment. Colom. Vicedo. Colom once again. Saiz misses it. Myers claims the rebound. Vargas floats one up and makes it. Finally, Latvia get some more points on the board. They've only scored 4 points in this second quarter so far. Spain's lead now 15. Will it increase here? The 3-point attempt. And the foul by Saiz. Drawn by Saiz. The man penalised. His first foul of the game. Still over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter here. Colom. Saiz is penalised this time. Points the gap here. Vargas for Latvia. Puts it up, misses. Saiz claims the rebound. Colom. And the bounce pass into Saiz, who draws the foul. With the second foul of the game. Saiz add to the 2 points he's scored already, but he's missed his first. Second one's good, 16-point lead. Arteaga replacing Saiz. Lomash. Vargas floats one up, makes it. And he's just started to have a bit of an impact here. 4 points for him. 14 points the difference. Colom. Gets it back again. Balde goes for the long 2 and misses. Last touch there was off Alberto Balde. Decision eventually going the other way, turned over by the officials, and this is Brizuela. He looks to float in the layup and does so. Daniel Brizuela. He has 5 points now as Spain lead by 16. 2 minutes left in the first half. Vargas, Nayers, Lomash, and nicely finished by Zakis. Roland Zakis off the mark. Brizuela now for Spain. Dancing his way through, puts up the fadeaway two-point attempt, no good. Arteaga misses as well, and the rebound claimed by Silinj. Vargas. And Zakis going it alone and denied this time. Macedo, Brizuela, Abalde. Creeping around the edge, driving in. Missing his attempt, and away come Latvia. Lomas. Trying to lift their team here. Lomas draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a couple of free throws here. Arteaga penalised. Arteaga 6 points, 6 rebounds. A couple of fouls as well now. Timeout has been called by Spain. Lead by 14 as it stands, 22-36. Still a satisfactory position for the visiting team to be in here.
Aquí el que esté defendido por Meyer se pone aquí y el otro se pone aquí para coger la pelota por Carlos y dársela. Ponemos bloqueo, hay que correr.
Ukraine still lead against Montenegro in the other crucial game in this group. Only up by 9 at the moment. They're deep into the third quarter. So that game still in the balance. Can Latvia edge their way back into contention here? Struggled a little bit in this first half so far, down by 14. Look at that free throw from Lomash. It's now a 13-point game. Spain have increased their lead by 2 since the start of this second quarter. But a good rejection there. It's got the crowd going again. And can Latvia finish this first half with a flourish? Nayers. 5 on the shot clock here. Skella. Has he got time? Still going. Skella lays it up and in. It's nicely done. And Brizuela looking to respond and does so. Coast to coast from Brizuela. And with that, the 13-point lead is restored. Super layup to finish the half there. Frustration for Anis Vargas. Spain will be happy with their position in the game at the moment. They are already qualified, of course. It doesn't really matter too much to them. And they'll want to avoid a third consecutive away defeat in qualifying. They'll be delighted with the scoreline at the halfway stage here. 13 points clear, 38-25. Look at that from Latvia, the three-point attempts, none from 13. That has really damaged them. Spain just about edging the rebounds, but not by much. Twice as many turnovers from Latvia. It's that lack of shooting prowess from beyond the arc that has really done the damage in this first half. None from 13. Will be a real frustration for the hosts here. They go in search of what would be a crucial win in their quest to secure a spot in the World Cup in China at the end of August. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half here. Spain have the lead in this Group I clash. 38-25 the advantage. Latvia need to win to put World Cup qualification more firmly in their own hands. Their chances won't die tonight with defeat. The victory would certainly help their cause. 38-25 then, a 13-point lead for Spain. We will be back shortly for the second half.
Šodien apbalvosim pirmās un otrās vietas ieguvējas divās vecuma grupās – Kristapa Porziņa grupā un Dāvija Pērtāna grupā. Pirmo un otro vietu ieguvējas mums šodien apbalvos Aidas Losītīs, Aida Šica, mūsu NBA junior līgas atbalstītājs spēlē papkārt Gājiem Kaspars, Pērziņš un Rolands Šmits. Sagaidām lūdzu jums ar aplausiem. No godākie draugi, otrās vietas ieguvēji Dāvija Pērtāna grupā ir komanda Orlando Magic no Gulbenes sākumskolas. Un otrās vietas ieguvēji Kristapa Porziņa grupā ir Memphis Grizzlies komanda no Saldus pamatskolas. Aplausi abām komandām. No godākie pilnskaidrīgi, tad, protams, arī par pašiem spēlētājiem. Orlando Magic sastāvā spēlēja Sīdī Miščenko, Ričards Aizpuls, Alens Beļājevs, Edgars Pērziņš, Dārlis Tomčenko, Markus Rauza, Rainers Siliņš, Kristers Varans, Niklaus Arta Anastasija Brokāne, Alessandra Bēnārē, Amanda Kasparieviča, treneris Oskars Vītna. Aplausi Orlando Magic. Memphis Grizzlies sastāvā ir Uldis Banzēns, Aleksis Brinčīgs, Patriks Dalvaris, Līga Hermane, Igls Murte, Rikards Sergejevs, Rezija Čutna, Markus Brūleris, Eģis Krūmiņš, Elvisa Pruckeļa, Reinis Karmanis, Evelīna Glāziņa, Reinis Čutna, treneris Īts Frinkijs. Aplausām Memphis Grizzlies komandai. Šodien pat ierodoties arēnā, es redzēju fināls spēles un ticēt vai nē, tās emocijas, kas tur bija redzamas, no šie jaunieši jau kuro reizi NBA junior līgas finālos pierādīja, protams, ka viņi ir fināla komandas un aplausi viņiem, darbie draugi.
Well, welcome back to Riga. Second half of Latvia against Spain is coming up in just a few moments, and it hasn't quite gone to plan so far for the hosts. Latvia know that 2 wins from their final 2 qualification games will secure their place in China. But as it stands, they trail by 13 points, 25-38 the score. Spain making a flying start and maintaining the advantage throughout that second quarter, which was relatively low scoring. Haven't kicked on enormously, but equally have been able to keep Latvia at bay, and they have frustrated the hosts here, who have put just 25 points on the board in the first half of this game. Just haven't really seemed to develop the sort of flow that they would like. Haven't been able to get the crowd going. It's a noise generated. It's just been a little bit frustrating from their point of view. That man, Kino Kolom, has made his contribution, as he so often does. One of the top performers again. 3 assists and 6 points for him. Dario Brizuela top scoring with 9 for Spain. No one has managed to put more than 5 points on the board for Latvia so far. Nobody's really taken the game by the scruff of the neck, and that's perhaps what Anis Vecvārgals needs in this second half. Maybe Jānis Blums will be the man that he turns to, the 36-year-old, an ever-present. Might be able to inspire his team here. Martin Meyers and Mareks Mejeris arguably have been the best performers so far. Certainly the most efficient. From Spain's point of view, even though the result doesn't necessarily make a huge amount of difference here, they're certainly playing for pride and hoping to secure yet another win on the road. It is their final away game in qualifying. 3 wins out of 5 so far, lost the last 2. To make it a very respectable 4 from 6 on the road in qualifying. Part of them also may want to ensure that they finish top of the group, which they are likely to achieve today. It was a win for Turkey earlier on. They beat Slovenia by 77 points to 58. Turkey securing their 8th win in qualifying, which is the same number as Spain. So Spain will reclaim top spot outright if they win with their 9th victory here today. Kolom coming under pressure. Spain look to start the second half with a bang. 3-point attempt is missed, but Saiz claims the rebound. Montenegro, incidentally, have just taken the lead, which is a big moment in the game being played in Ukraine at the moment. Montenegro up by 3, and we're into the 4th quarter there. Still some time to go. Montenegro win that one. It comes down to Montenegro and Latvia on the final day in a winner-takes-all clash, basically. So Latvia will have to win by 9. No change to the scoreboard yet in this second half. Spain looking to make that happen with a Balde, who drains his 3rd 3-pointer. And again, just dampens the atmosphere inside this arena. A 16-point lead. There's Lomash. And again. And more frustration for the Latvians. Fast start to this 3rd quarter, just hasn't quite happened yet. Roberto Abalde's 3-pointer, just further increasing Spain's advantage here, up by 16. Colom was so calm in possession as he puts up the two, misses those. Skella claims the rebound. And the three-point attempt misses once more. They haven't hit a single three tonight so far, Latvia. That has done a lot of damage. 1 from 13 from beyond the arc in the first half. It's now none from 15. Maybe just making a couple of those three-point attempts could have made a big difference here. And Spain continue to do the damage. Lovely layup there by Brizuela. He's moved into double digits. First player to do so. And it just keeps on increasing here for Spain. Skella gets the pass out, and now has it back once more. Still Skella, floats it in for two. And Latvia get their first points of the second half. Turned over. And I'll just get Latvia going. Vargas misses. Skella, and the pass was a wild one. Minutes gone in the third quarter. Brizuela tried the no-look pass. Yaris did well. Got in the way of it. Skella once again. Skella lines up the three, and still it won't go for Latvia. Real frustration. Saiz couldn't get the pass away this time. Latvia need to start making the most of these steals and turnovers. They haven't done so far. Another foul's been called here. Saiz penalised. Still foul of the game. Vargas. Myers, that's another foul. Colom with his second foul. Jakovic. A little bit lucky there, Latvia, to retain possession. Jakovic has it. Vargas, and the three-point attempt is good, finally. First three-pointer of the night for Latvia, Silins. That's something for the crowd to get behind at last. Still a 13-point game. They need to try and find a way to eat into this lead, but Abalde has missed it. Saiz gets it out. Abalde again comes inside this time. The bounce pass, and foul is drawn. Nacho Jovet get the chance from the line here. No mistake from Nacho Jovet. His first 2 points of the game. 15 points the difference on the scoreboard here. Jakovic. Vargas goes for the two and misses it. Kino Colom. And Saiz, no joy this time. Vargas gets the pass away just about, and again Latvia missed the opportunity. So much frustration here for the hosts. Unable to take advantage of these chances. Kino Colom. So back from Brizuela. Colom once more. Driving in this time. The step back two is missed. Saiz with another rebound. Abalde, Colom. Saiz draws the foul. Ukraine on a comeback trail again, 64-65. They are point down now against Montenegro. That one could well go down to the wire. Could make a big difference as well. Obviously, Ukraine's victory keeps them in the hunt, but it also changes things from Latvia's point of view. As the layup is put away nicely by Brizuela. Spain increased their lead to 17. So if we just look at the scenario here as Latvia call a timeout, Spain, if they do come on and win this, Ukraine can get the win over Montenegro, then Latvia will only need to beat Montenegro and the scoreline doesn't matter. If Montenegro win, they're going to have to win the game on Monday by more than 9 points, or by 9 points or more. That's the difference between Ukraine winning and Montenegro winning. Just makes the task that little bit easier. It's still difficult. They've still got to go to Montenegro and win regardless. And they have a better head-to-head record than Ukraine. All three teams will be on identical records. If Ukraine do get the win in that game, I'll let you know as soon as we have the result in from Kiev. Remember, Montenegro beat Ukraine by 6 points back in September, so Ukraine will need a bigger margin of victory to stand a chance. Currently down by 2, there's still over 3 minutes left in that one, so all to play for. Latvia need to up their game here, down by 17. Vargas. Here's Colom. Abalde. From the foul. Venezuela. It's a little nod of approval from his coach. Just Guerriello will be pretty satisfied with what he's seen from Spain in this third quarter so far. Gradually adding to their lead, up by 18 now. Still some way to go in this third quarter. Ate. Long two, attempted, good. That is Ate. Finally gets his first points of the game. Venezuela. Laredo. Another foul called. Third foul of the game for Lomas. There's still over 3 minutes left in this third quarter here. 17-point difference. As Nacho Jovet goes to the line. Takes Spain into the 50s. A mistake from the foul line for Nacho Jovet. It's going to take a big effort from Latvia in the fourth quarter then. They just struggled to get going. Silins has drawn the foul. It's a tied game in Kiev at the moment, Ukraine and Montenegro. 67 apiece as it stands. Ate. Jakovic goes for three, it's short. And Spain, well, they just haven't let Latvia get near them. They just always seem to be in control here. I feel they've got another gear to go to if they need to. Jovet into the corner, Brizuela, nice hands. Barreiro for three. Ate will claim it. And the three-point attempt this time is good, much needed for Silins. Only Latvia's second three-pointer of the evening. And both of them coming from the hands of Silins. Brizuela goes for a three-pointer himself. And a scramble for possession here. Latvia come away with it. And can they end this third quarter on a bit of a high, on a bit of a roll? Ate driving in, puts it up and gets it. And a bit of encouragement here for the home team. Just about got that one to go. 14-point lead for Spain. This is not over yet. Latvia need a big performance here in the closing moments. Jovet, San Miguel, Brizuela. And they've run out of time, and that's good defense from Latvia. Maybe a little bit of complacency from the Spanish here. Fans starting to feel a little bit of encouragement here. So a little bit of self-belief. Latvia do get a couple more points on the board. Martins Meyers. Now the difference is only 12. San Miguel misses, and Latvia can't quite keep it alive. And that'll be frustrating for them because they really could have made a bit of a dent in that deficit. Things already looking a little better than they were. They've edged ahead in this third quarter. Overall, still trailing by 12. They were down by 13 at halftime. Into the final 24 seconds of the third quarter now. Santiago goes for it and misses, and all of a sudden Spain seem to have lost their way slightly. Now, Latvia will get the last chance of the third quarter here. Venezuela with the foul. Jakovic. Skella. Still Skella goes for the two and makes it. And a really positive end to that third quarter from Latvia. There's a little bit of self-belief now in the crowd and perhaps on the court as well. Latvia reduce it to a 10-point game with 1 quarter left to play. Latvia 41, Spain 51. There's still some way to go in this one. The hosts are coming back.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. Want it? Come and get it.
It's the Basketball World Cup just 6 months away. Spain will be there. Latvia's participation remains in the balance. We are still waiting for the final buzzer from Kiev. Montenegro lead again in that one, but only just 2 points in it as it stands. They are into the final 30 seconds or so. As soon as we have a final score from there, we'll have a better picture of what the possibilities might be. But it does look as though it will be either Montenegro or Latvia to take the final spot, and they go head-to-head on the final day. Unless Ukraine can come up with something pretty special in the closing moments. They need to win by a decent margin, 7 points or so, to give themselves a chance of qualifying. And they still need a few things to go in their favour, if that is the case. Montenegro, well, a win for them means that they could potentially avoid or could potentially lose on the final day of qualifying and still make it through, as long as they didn't lose by a big enough margin. That's if they get the win tonight. If they lose tonight, then it changes, and defeat to Latvia would see them eliminated, regardless of what happens here. It'll all change again if Latvia can turn this around. If Latvia turn this around, then all they have to do is beat Montenegro on Monday. Say all they have to do, that is a big task. Montenegro will be in a much better position if they can get the win against Ukraine. I'll bring you the final score as soon as we have it. Silins goes for the three here as Latvia look to close the gap. That would have made it a 7-point game. It's a 10-point difference at the moment. Latvia hitting a couple of threes finally in that third quarter. They need a big performance in the final 10-minute period here. San Miguel. And is called. Arteaga it was. A little push on Martins Myers. Collided with his teammate. So no change to the scoreboard yet in this fourth quarter. Beran. San Miguel. And the foul is called. First minute of the fourth quarter played. Arteaga, huge three-pointer attempted, it's no good, and it's a big claim that from Martins Myers. Stepped in to grab the rebound. Skella, Silians, Jakovic. Spain closed down so quickly. Skella steps back for the three and makes it. And now there's some belief inside the arena. Skella from distance. This is as close as they've been to Spain for quite some time. 44-51. We have a result from Kiev. Montenegro have won. 76-74 puts them in the driving seat. Up goes the shot. It's 2 more points on the board for Spain. So the situation is pretty clear for Latvia now as they get another 3 with Skella. Back-to-back threes. And now things looking a little bit different. 6-point game. Spain respond with another 2. Javier Beran, his first point of the night. Skella, will he go for another 3-pointer here? Jakovic draws the foul, and he will get 3 free throws, and this is better from Latvia. So, to confirm, Montenegro have won. It's an important win for them, and it could potentially change what they need on the final day. So Montenegro with a 7-4 record. It means Ukraine cannot qualify for the World Cup. They are out. Latvia, well, they can qualify. Even if they lose here, they can still get the job done on the final day. If they lose, they'll need to win by 9. If they win here, then all they have to do is beat Montenegro. The scoreline will be irrelevant. So that is what they're playing for here. The opportunity to have a slightly easier task in a few days' time. 9 points is a fairly big margin to go to Montenegro and win by. It's just an extra challenge to overcome. They have reduced the gap gradually over the course of this fourth quarter. They now trail by just 5. Outstanding free throw shooting there from Jakovic, making 3 from 3. Turned over. And just listen to the difference inside the arena now. The home fans are starting to believe. that Latvia can pull off the win. Skella moved quickly into the corner. 3-point attempt, no good. It's just a little rush there from Ayeris. San Miguel. Beiran. Oh, and good defense once more from the Latvians. Here is Skella, the pass. Jakovic makes the layup. 3-point game. And we are getting some real drama here in the fourth quarter. The home side are on the charge. Lovely layup from Ingus Jakovic. Spain are rocking here. The Latvians are fighting back. They trail by 3 with a timeout called. 55-52. And what a response it's been from Latvia. Down by 3. Very nearly turned over there. And listen to the reaction that tells you exactly what this crowd think now. The 8-second violation forced upon Spain really there by Latvia. Could tie the game with the next score. Layup missed and the foul. Dramatic turnaround in the other group game. Ukraine were up by 19. Ended up losing to Montenegro. 2-point defeat in Kiev. Heartbreaking for the Ukrainians, who will not go to the World Cup as a result. They're giving themselves a chance with a win, especially a big win. 3-point game here. Latvia's task on Monday will be determined by what happens here. They can qualify either way, but it becomes more difficult if they don't get the win here in Riga tonight. And Spain have missed a chance here. Somehow managed to regain possession. Layup is missed. Saiz with another rebound. San Miguel. Beiran for 3. Misses it. Another big cheer. Skella. Long 2 is no good. Simmons going to make it a 1-point game there. Still plenty of time left. Over 5 minutes to play. This was starting to look pretty unlikely at one stage in that third quarter. Now Spain seem to have lost their way somewhat. Beiran claims the rebound. It almost fell into his hands and he put it away. Just dampens the spirits slightly here in Riga. Skella. I'd still believe here that the turnaround is more than possible. Here is Skella. And the foul is drawn. It'll be 2 from the line for Marek Mejeris. Mejeris, a couple of free throws here. To make it a 3-point game once again. And almost perfect from the foul line in this game, Latvia. They've missed just 1. From 12. And they trail by 3, 54-57. Spain look to be in complete control of this one. Never quite took full advantage of their periods of dominance. It always felt like they were holding back a little bit, and now there's a little bit of panic setting in. Brizuela steps back for the 3. No good. Saiz claims another rebound. So many of those tonight. Sebastian Saiz. It's Colom. He can make something happen and does. Kino Colom moves on to 8 points. A relatively quiet night by his standards. Lomash. Halfway blocked. Gets the pass away though, and that's a nice finish from Myers. Three and a half minutes to go. Colom again. And Kino Colom, as he did in the reverse fixture back in September, coming up with the goods in the closing stages. Will it be enough to help his team over the line here? Ate. Layup missed, and Spain can run down the clock a little bit here. Less than 3 minutes to go. Shot goes up, and Myers claims the rebound. It'll be 2 free throws for Jakovic. Draws the foul. Colom's third foul was swatted away by Sebas Saiz, but foul had already been called. No mistake from Jakovic. Outstanding free throw shooting from Latvia in this game. Three-point shooting has improved dramatically as well in this second half. None from 13 in the first half, 4 from 9 in the second. That's the big difference. Spain still lead though. 3 points clear. Jovet. Colom. Colom goes for it, misses it. And now Skela has it for Latvia. Jakovic gets the pass away. Oh, it's missed. Myers wrestled it back there, Latvia. Skela, he drives in and makes it. And now we have a 1-point game. What a fight back from the Latvians. Crowd making themselves heard now. Minute 40 on the clock. Brizuela steps back, 3-point attempt, no good. Saiz with the rebound, draws the foul. Looking for the 3-point play, didn't quite get it. Deep into this fourth quarter now. Saiz misses the first free throw. Oh, he's missed both. Spain have managed to retain the ball. Latvians not at all convinced. The referee's going to go and have a look because he's not sure. May well have been Saiz, you know, who got the touch. The officials just making sure they get this absolutely right. Could make all the difference at this late stage, and with the game so tight. Very hard to tell from that angle whose arm it is. Anxious wait for both teams here. It's worth remembering that Spain, at one stage, more than one occasion in this game, have been up by 19 points. That's their biggest lead. At the moment they lead by 1. Good spirit shown by Latvia to bring this back from the brink. A win here for Latvia gives them a little bit of an edge in terms of that result on Monday in the final game against Montenegro. They'll still have to win, but the scoreline won't matter. Montenegro are defending a 9-point lead against Latvia at the moment. Still discussions going on, still video replays being watched. Could be in for quite a dramatic end here in Riga. And it has been given Spain's way in the end. Is this the replay that'll tell us definitively? It's so hard to judge, isn't it? Both players moving their arm towards the ball, but was judged to have come off the arm of Silins. Just few moments left here. 92 seconds for Latvia to turn this one-point game around. They need to win more than Spain do. It's not the end of the road, but it would be a blow. Kolom for three, gets it! Kino Kolom again, producing in the dying moments, in the closing seconds of the game. 4-point lead for Spain. A little bit of breathing space. He was the man who came up with the goods in the dying moments in September in Madrid to help Spain over the line. They blew a big lead that night and nearly lost the game. They've done the same again here. Another foul called. Nacho Jovet with his 4th foul of the game. Testing his innocence there. The decision has gone Latvia's way this time. Sergio Scariolo. Still arguing with the officials. Still, the disputes continue. And the coach has got his team into a little bit of trouble here. It's a technical called against him. In the meantime, Mayers has missed his first free throw. Martins Mayers. He's missed both. There was no technical call against the coach. My apologies. He was talking himself into trouble. Spain take a 6-point lead with the flying dunk from Brizuela. And is that the killer blow for Latvia? Hanging in the air, Brizuela found the gap and threw it down. 6-point lead. Timeout called by the Latvians. 66-60. Well, time is against Latvia now. Still in their own hands, even if they do end up losing this game, but they are going to have to overturn that 9-point lead effectively that Montenegro have because of the result earlier in the qualifying competition, that win here in Riga for Montenegro over Latvia. That head-to-head is going to come into play should Latvia beat Montenegro on Monday. Scoreboard won't matter if Latvia can somehow turn this game around. But with less than 30 seconds, it looks like Spain have done enough. Kino Colom steps back for the long two, misses it. Now Skella. They need to deal in threes here, Latvia. Silinj 4-3, misses it. And that might be the final blow. It's been a valiant effort from the Latvians in this fourth quarter. Spain leading by 6. Call the timeout. We should be able to see this game out from here. It would be their 9th win in qualifying. And that is their final away game. They do still have one to play against Turkey on Monday. Spain play Turkey, Montenegro host Latvia, of course, and Slovenia, Ukraine. Final 3 games of this group. That one is now purely a matter of pride for both teams. Ukraine gave themselves a chance today. They were 19 points up and blew it. Spain were 19 points up and nearly blew it here. Latvia got themselves back to within 1. But the last minute or so of action here has gone the way of the visiting team. And they should see this through to its conclusion. 14 seconds remain, 6 points the gap. Iran draws the foul. That's it with his 3rd foul. Iran can extend the lead here. This is the free throw though. That's what Latvia want. It does make the 2nd, so it's a 7-point game. 12 seconds remaining, another timeout called. Is there enough time? Seems unlikely. Latvia trail by 7, 60 points to 67.
Y luego, después de un par de segundos, más arriba que la querrán asegurar. ¿Vale? ¡Vamos, tío, vamos!
Well, Latvia will have some of their big names back for Monday's game. And they may well need them. They're going to need a big win in Montenegro to make the World Cup. That'll be some battle. Spain look to have been helpful to Montenegro's cause here. Montenegro will qualify provided they lose by 8 points or less. Time almost up here for Latvia as they get a couple of points on the board, but that should be that. 5 points the difference in the end. Latvia beaten here in Riga by Spain. The group leaders avoid a 3rd straight away defeat. They will be in China regardless. They knew that before the start of the game. Sergio Scariolo's team wins 67-62. A game that got a little bit uncomfortable for the Spanish. They actually looked to be in complete control. At one stage they were 19 points clear. Latvia fought back and got to within one. The last 90 seconds or so saw the visiting team just see it out. Excellent game management in the closing stages from the Spaniards. 9 wins out of 11 in qualifying so far. They can make it 10 with a home game against Turkey on Monday. The two teams who have already qualified from Group I will go head-to-head. Spain will look to secure their position on top of the group. Kino Coloma again playing a big role in the closing moments. Not his best performance perhaps, but it was a team effort really from the Spanish side. Skella with 18 points for Latvia. He led the charge, the comeback that didn't quite happen. A couple of steals for him as well. He was by far the best performer. Martins Meyers with a decent contribution as well, 6 points and 9 rebounds. Skella was the only player to get into double digits for Latvia. They paid the price for not really finding their rhythm early on in the game. They were always chasing, although they did nearly catch Spain. They fell just a little bit short in the end. Daniel Brizuela with a big performance, 17 points for him. 3 rebounds and an assist as well. 13 points for Kino Colom in the end. Not his most emphatic display, but some important points, particularly late on in the game, as is so often the case, and he's the second highest scorer for Spain tonight. That was a game that Latvia knew they could get on the right side of the result, would give them a big boost ahead of the game on Monday against Montenegro. They have to go there now and win by 9 points. Overturn the 9-point defeat that they suffered earlier in the qualifying campaign. Montenegro came back to win a dramatic game in Kiev slightly earlier today. They were 19 points down and came back to win. Latvia 19 points down but fell just a little short in the end. They lost by 5. They were within 1. And it looked to be just swinging their way as well in the closing stages. Really was much, much better from Latvia in the second half. Certainly improved their three-point shooting. 5 from 11 in the second half, only 5 overall in the game. None from 13, their three-point attempts in the first half, and that's why perhaps they found themselves so far behind early on. 11 points down at the end of the first quarter, 13 points down at half-time. Managed to come back a little bit in the third quarter. It was the fourth quarter where they really started to put Spain under pressure. But they just couldn't do quite enough in the end, and Spain win again. Beat Latvia by 3 points at home back in September. And a 5-point win in the end this evening. It did get very, very close, Latvia. And it would have made their task on Monday slightly easier. Had they won this game, then they still would have had to win on Monday, but any win would have done. Now they need to win by a margin, and by a fairly substantial one as well, away from home. 9 points the difference. Montenegro, you'd have to say at this moment, in pole position. But it's whether Latvia can turn up and produce when it really matters on the final day of qualifying. That is a game not to be missed. Spain will finish against Turkey. And in the other game in this group between the two teams who are definitely not going to China, Slovenia and Ukraine will battle it out in the last game. So here is that table. Spain and Turkey through, as we knew already. Montenegro in pole position heading into that final day against Latvia, who can still turn this around. They can still make it, but they need to come up with a big performance in Montenegro on Monday. They've been beaten here by Spain 67-62. And it all comes down to the final day. Hope you've enjoyed this game. We'll be back on Monday.